Hello everyone, Don Scarface 24 here. Welcome back to my Let's Play of Dark Souls 3. This is this will be part 29, I believe. This commentary is being recorded on January 9th, 2017. I, at this point, will have uploaded, although it is technically next week, I'll have uploaded Monday's video, which was part 26, which was my confrontation with Yorm the Giant versus Superman, and I also uploaded 2 more videos in the previous week. I think one was like on Friday, and then one was Saturday, just to upload a couple of the videos I have, upload a couple of the, sorry about that, a couple of the videos that I have, kind of to make up for the lack of content that I've been uploading lately because of just life obligations. So pretty much in this video, we're going to be discovering the Consumed King's Garden. Pretty small area, has a lot of moral significance and a lot of really tough characters. As you can see, I'm having quite a difficult time with this character. I don't even know what it's called. I really should make a habit of having my guidebook out. I pretty much put my guidebook away, and because I wasn't unable to record for a while, and I have not taken it out yet. So, and I still haven't taken it out. But pretty much we'll be going through the Consumed King's Garden. We will not be fighting Osiris. I've heard 1,000 different pronunciations of this name in this video. I was debating on including it in this video, but I decided to leave it out just to make the video a bit smaller, because I do die a lot. I actually have about an hour's worth of footage of me just dying, me just trying to fight this boss, and eventually it just got to the point where I just started using a ton of different means to go after him. He's definitely one of the most beefiest in terms of health in the game. And he initiates his phase 2 when he's at like 80% health, and because his first phase isn't that bad. He pretty much just walks around, and you know, he'll just kind of jump up and smack down his little staff thing, and he doesn't do that much in his first phase, but I guess just to make up for it, they made him super aggressive in his second phase, which most of the other bosses in this game, their second phase kind of starts off at about half health, but Osiris starts off with like 80% health, so he definitely proved quite difficult for me, to the point where even after the battle I actually stopped recording and just kept fighting him, and just, I mean, obviously I didn't beat him in those runs, because that would have been pretty awful. I probably would have had to try to get summoned into someone else's game, but oddly enough, he is not the most difficult, or I don't want to say most difficult, the most time-consuming boss I've faced in the Souls franchise. That would actually, the one who takes the cake for that is actually Ludwig, the accursed Ludwig the Holy Blade from Bloodborne's The Old Hunters DLC. I kid you not, the DLC came out, you know, I had a pre-download, I had off the next day, I played it up until I got to Ludwig, the night, like, it came out at like midnight, so I played for a few hours, went to bed, woke back up, and proceeded to fight Ludwig. Took me 6 hours. And that was just the first day that I fought him. That was it. That was just the first day. I didn't even beat him then. It pretty much took me about like 2 weeks later of probably going after him at least a half hour each time after that, just because at that point I was pretty raging. I was really ticked. Just thinking about it gets me angry. But I definitely feel like I grew a lot as a gamer from those encounters with him, because one of the things of, of Dark Souls, the whole franchise, is, you definitely can level your character up and, make them a lot stronger, but just because you're at, like, for Dark, I think Dark Souls is like max level's like 700 something, I think for Bloodborne it was like 500 because you had less stats, but I think for Dark Souls it's like 700. But even then, if you were to have max stats, it doesn't mean you're this invincible soldier of, like, Angel of Death type deal. You still need to have a lot of skill in the game, just like learning the mechanics of the game. It's all a process. And after me finally defeating Ludwig, it honestly at a point became, to an effect, to a degree, RNG, him doing certain moves. If I was 3 feet away from him, one time he would probably do a spin attack, and another time he would probably do a charge, just depending which RNG you get. But also being able to recognize the boss's movesets. Talking about getting better as a gamer. I promise you, in my other Souls playthroughs, I have not played with a skill-based character. It's always been start off as like a strength-based character. So I'm really not used to essentially not dealing as much damage as I am used to, but I'm also not used to not being able to poise and tank through enemy attacks. Although poise at this point that this gameplay was recorded was well before the DLC patch. I think that was like patch 1.9 or 10. That's irrelevant, but I mean, poise is still kind of broken now, but it's so much better compared to where it was before they had that patch. And it's almost funny how, they would come from having, like in Dark Souls 1, where you had Havel's gear and you could pretty much just do whatever you wanted because no one could interrupt you, and then to Dark Souls 3, where, you could get your maximum possible poise in the game, and an enemy could just breathe on you and they would stun lock you. Just an interesting gameplay mechanic and just concept, I guess, that kind of, I'm guessing, wasn't the developers' intentions. They probably meant to tone it down a bit from Dark Souls 1 and then didn't realize how much they had toned it down. But yeah, going back to just the fighting Ludwig and such, it's just playing these games a lot. You learn that, and a lot of people do it all the time, where you see a soul level 1, blood level 4 runs, no health upgrades, no damage. Seraphim17, who I follow on YouTube, actually has a Bloodborne no healing walkthrough where he goes through the game and he doesn't heal. He doesn't use his blood vials. His only healing method is switching areas by going to the Hunter's Dream. That's it. And just looking, I've watched that playlist several times. It's fantastic, and it just happens when you just play a game to a point where you're almost as skilled as you could possibly be, because kind of the animations and the frames of the enemy, what different moves they're gonna do, which of the best RNG elements you can get, and just really just becoming a better player overall. And I really like that in these kind of games more so than first-person games, but I do believe that playing these games have made me a better player in other games. You know, and just especially playing Bloodborne and Dark Souls has made me more visually aware, I'll say, as a player. You know, in terms of like my exploration and just looking for weaknesses and exploiting weaknesses in like my opponents. You know, still don't like doing PvP, just because there's a lot of stuff that goes wrong with PvP that I just always find I'm on the worst end of PvP, and that's honestly the Division to blame for that. Just playing the Division and having like having a whole squad of people just run up on you when you're not looking and just shotgun you in the face, and it kind of ruins your day. But back to this video. I apologize for the tangent. Pretty much, we're just going through the Consumed King's Garden. Like I said, there's a lot of lore significance there, and I'm not one for doing lore videos. The only lore type stuff I've done is, you know, Dishonored, and that's just because I've played a lot of Dishonored, and I've read through a lot of, you know, the books and the notes you find in the world, and there's honestly a ton of stuff anyone can look up on Dark Souls and Bloodborne, etc. But this is definitely it's a very short area. I kind of wish it was maybe just a little bit longer. You know, the path to the shortcut actually does make it a little bit longer, but and that's Harkwood. We do eventually summon him for the fight against Osiris. I actually had a few of my fights with Osiris. I might actually make like a death montage video or something of all of my deaths to him, or the only thing with that is it would take me a little bit of time because I really want to like test out some new editing features, maybe put like some sound effects and some goofy stuff in there. Just really broaden my horizons with editing these videos and what I can do with them. But in one of the, actually more than one, it was a few fights, the Blue Knights that, I'm just gonna call them Blue Knights, that surround Osiris's lair, I summon Harkwood, run past him, go and fight Osiris. Hawkwood comes in, and I get smacked by Osiris's tail. That's half my health, and then half my health. Don't know why I had like a lisp going on there. That was half my health gone, and then I got sliced in the back by one of the Blue Knights who somehow went through the fog wall. Didn't know they could go through the fog wall. I didn't think that was something that enemy NPCs could do. Even if you get invaded by an enemy NPC or an enemy player online, they can go through the fog gate, and so I don't know, I guess maybe, I don't know what happened, I didn't see, but like I said, I might upload that. It might take me a little bit though. There is actually going to be another shortcut that we go to in this video. I'm pretty sure we go to it in this video. You'll see right up there where that lovely undead who's healing himself. There's a way to get up there, and we do go through that. I don't know if I do that in this video. I did actually speed the video up. I think it was like 1.5 times. Not enough to kind of make it like super fast, but enough for everyone to kind of see, like, you know, not to be any lulling spots. Yeah, we do. Okay, so we jump off here, and then we take care of them. And this just, then that little jump off right there just goes back to, you know, being more aware of your environment, and also having the developers and designers, designers reward the player for being observant. Then there's going to be an edit up here where I'm actually going to use my Great Longbow. Great Longbow? Is that what it's called? what is it called? If I ever equip it. Am I not equipping it? I equip it at some point. But essentially, I'll equip my like great longbow and use that to just kind of just cheese the knights, because I was really not feeling dying to them and then restarting that whole area over again. I wanted to finish taking them out, get to the boss, and just kind of finish the boss. It's going to be a little bit after the end, after this, that I'll upload the video, and there you see the edit right there, where I kind of edited out a ton of that, because that took a 17-minute video to a 35-minute video. That I left in because I thought that was funny, how very responsive the enemy AI was, that he kind of just ducked at the last second. And that's another edit there where I just kind of showcasing me taking out everyone else. But yeah, so that's pretty much it for this video. Hope everyone enjoyed it. Hope everyone's having a great day. I'm trying to be a little more free-flowy with my commentary, just kind of talking about some random stuff and giving some little game tips and, you know, talk about the game a little bit. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, folks, and you take care now.